Hello, and this is Bogus Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Star Wars 40th Anniversary 6-inch Black Series Legacy Pack. And honestly, I think this is the first miss for the 40th Anniversary figures in my opinion. But before I get down to the details on that, I'm going to show off the packaging. Now here's the packaging. It's very reminiscent of the Star Wars Early Bird Certificate from '77. Very infamous. And on the inside of this, you get the vintage-inspired card for Darth Vader. I really like how this looks. It's a big packaging. And on the top, you get the logo. And on the back, you get all of this. And it shows the figures that are going to be available. So, it's nice packaging. Now, before I take a look at Darth Vader, I'm going to take a look at my big problem, the stand. And I would not pay $40 for this because the figures won't stand on it. Like C-3PO, he has really, really tiny holes in his feet. There and there. And he won't even, see? He's just standing on top of it. Now if you try to push it in, then that. Now I'm going to show all the figures just to show that they don't stand on it. Here's the Chewbacca. See, he just falls off of it and leans against the cardboard backing to this. And I don't have R2-D2. I'm still looking for that one, but this is R5-D4, and he uses the same body as R2-D2. He doesn't even have any peg holes on his rollers. So I have no idea why there's even a peg on here for it. It can stand like that on here, but there's no reason for a peg on here. Han Solo is the same. Try to squeeze it in there, and that happens. Now just, because these are all the 40th anniversary figures I have just to show them. And Luke Skywalker doesn't fit on there either. So that's why I don't like it, because that's why I bought this. I didn't have the first version of Darth Vader that was released in 2014, I want to say. And, I buy this and then find out that the stand, the thing that I mainly wanted, Princess Leia won't even go on the thing, the pegs. So, that's why I have a big issue with this. And, this, you had to put this on separate. It was a sticker. And I hate when you have to put them on, separately from the thing, because I can never put stickers on, right. So it's cockeyed and has, a little bit of a ripple in the middle. And all this was a separate piece. And you had to, since this is double-sided, you had to slide the cardboard in. Up here, it has a lip that you press it up into, and, the bases, because there's 4 of them, they all interlink and lock together. It slides down in a little place right there, and I ended up bending this cardboard. Right here you can see that it's bent and torn down here because of that. So even this, the stand wasn't hard to get together, but it was hard to put the cardboard in and not rip it, which I ended up doing in 2 places. So this really bums me out, because this was mainly what I wanted from this. I wanted the Darth Vader figure too, but this is a stand. This is, what they had all the figures on. And none of the figures fit on it. So that really bums me out a lot. So I'm going to put this down here. And now for the Darth Vader. Now, I really like this toy. But again, it's not worth paying $40 for just this figure. Now, if it was $20, that might be fine. Because, you'd be paying for the figure and you wouldn't be paying for the stand. But no, you had to pay $40 for just this Darth Vader figure. But I really like this Darth Vader figure. I think it's done really well. I think the sculpting is good on it. And even the paint application. But let's take a look at the accessory that he comes with. The only accessory that he comes with is his lightsaber. And comparing it to Luke Skywalker's, it is very, very thick. I think maybe it should have been a little thinner. So I don't know. I think it looks good. Hasbro did really good with the paint on this. And I like the blade on it. It's a nice translucent red. And the blade's removable. And you can store the hilt on his belt over here. Now, some people, I have watched some other reviews on this figure, and they have a problem with getting this, there's a little loop right there that hooks into this peg on his belt. Of course, it's not going to do it right for me now that I'm actually recording. And it's staying on there good enough for now. But it stays on there. It's a little loose, but it stays fine for me. So I really like that. I think it really looks cool. And what I really like the most is his cape. It's a really heavy cloth, so, you know, it looks movie accurate. But you unfold it, and you get this. This is a gigantic cape. This is a Batman cape. He's Batman. But I really like that. And I like the heavy material because then you can kind of pose it around. You can wrap it like this around him. Or you can just put it back like this. And it stays. And I really love that. And the detail on this figure. I love the buttons. The buttons are sculpted out really nicely. And these are actually a different color from the first release, from the first Black Series wave. The second, I think it was the second wave. I really like it. Now, I would have liked it if you could have removed the helmet. This is all just one piece. I would have liked it if you could remove the helmet and have Anakin underneath. That'd be really cool. But I think Hasbro did really good on this. It's kind of like his eyes on the helmet have a red tint to them. And I really like that. And then you have the silver on the shoulder pads. And on the upper, like, chest plate, I guess. And the buttons on his belt. These are all sculpted out. They're not just painted on. They're all sculpted out. I really like that. And another thing is, too, you can pose this around, too. Depending on what you need, you know. Because I like to pose my figures a lot. And so his tunic here. You can move it behind his feet. You can put it over his feet. So you can really move it around to any way that you want. Just the same with the cape. And I really like that. So now I'm going to show off his articulation. He's got a ball jointed head that doesn't really move back that much or down that much. But it can move side to side. He's got ball jointed shoulders that move out this much. He's got a single jointed elbow. I would have preferred double jointed elbows for the lightsaber wielding. And he's got a swivel at the wrist that moves back and forth and side to side. He's got a ball jointed diaphragm that can move back that much. And not down very much because of his chest pack and this pack on his belt too. So it really can't move that much, but it can move side to side. I'm just going to take this off here. He's got ball jointed hips. They can just about do a split. He can kick forward this much and back just a little bit. He's got a swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee, swivel at the ankle. It moves up and down and side to side. It's the same on the other side. Now I do want to point out that this one is a little stiff. It's kind of hard to turn. And I really haven't fiddled with it much because I don't want to break it, you know. I paid $40 for it, so at least I'm getting the Darth Vader figure, I guess. But it's really, really stiff. I mean, you might be able to loosen up if you run some hot water over it or maybe put a hairdryer on it. So I don't know. Another thing I wanted to point out is he has the force choking hand. I really like that. That was a nice detail. So you can have him, I'll show him with his lightsaber again. And this is really easy to plug in. You just have to make sure you have a side that's slanted up because it goes with this slant. Just port it in like that. And then you just plug it in like that. And I think that looks really awesome. I think that just looks awesome right there. So now I'll compare him to Luke Skywalker. I think this is a great height difference because Luke's about 5 foot and Darth Vader's supposed to be around 6 foot or so. So I really think Hasbro did really great with the height on these two. And just to compare him to Chewbacca, another tall character. And Chewbacca's supposed to be about 8 feet tall. So that's right too. So I think the size on both of these are really great. in this. And of course, he's not going to stand up now. Yeah. And to compare him to another character, Han Solo. I think that's just about right, because Han Solo is just a little bit under Darth Vader. He's just about as tall as Darth Vader. So, I think they did really good with this. And the sculpting on this figure, too. I forgot to mention that, by the way. The sculpting on this, all of this is sculpted out. All the ridges in his suit, and wrinkles. But, you know, a lot of that's going to be covered up by the cape, depending on how you pose it. Like, I mostly just have him kind of posed like this. So, you know, and with the tunic, a lot of the details are going to be covered up. But I think Hasbro did a good job on this figure. It's just this stand. It's, you know, and even Darth Vader won't stand on here. Like, you need to move his cape and stuff out of the way. Like, see? Not even Darth Vader will stand on it. There. No. So that's my major issue with this, is that you pay $40 and get a stand that won't even, you know, let your figure stand on it. Like, for C-3PO, the pegs are way too big, and they should have been tailored individually for each figure. They should have been unique to each figure, you know, not just all one size. Like, it's not one size fits all, because all the characters are going to be different. Like, maybe for the R2-D2, I know this is R5-D4, but they're both the same thing. They use the same body. Like, maybe put magnets in his rollers. That way it would kind of lock into place like that. But no, they put pegs for non-existent peg holes on this figure. So, I would not recommend this toy because of the stand, you know, and the price. If it was $20, I would recommend it because, you know, you wouldn't have to worry about the stand. It'd be like you were just paying for the figure. So, what I would do is just try and get this loose off of eBay, or maybe just buy the original. So, that is honestly my major problem with this. So, that was my review. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.